Hey everybody, welcome to training workshop number 3. This is Onyx Singal. I am super excited. Listen, this is our last training of the Profit Workshop. I know it's sad, but this is just a brand new beginning to a lot more coming. Listen, today we're going to go over 4 things that are very key, and I'm going to get through them. I'm going to powerhouse through them. It's going to be a fast session. So, of course, make sure you've got everything ready to take notes. Make sure you're paying very close attention. Please do me a favor, log out of all the distractions. You don't need to be inside your email. You don't need to be inside Facebook, Twitter, all of those things. So just log right out of them, and let's pay very close attention, because today what's going to happen is I'm going to be on the whiteboard for about 2 minutes right now. I'll walk through what we're going to learn today. I'm going to go to PowerPoint. I'm going to do a quick recap of what we've learned in training session 1 and training session number 2. And then, most importantly, is I'm going to come back to the whiteboard and I'm going to draw all over this whiteboard and show you the key final secret to doing $1 million, to building your information empire. All right, this is the final secret to becoming a very successful digital publisher. So that's why I'm saying I need your full attention. All right, now we're going to do a recap of phase 1 and 2. We're going to go through it real quick. For those of you who have not seen training 1 and training 2, I highly advise that you do so. We have training replays up, and they're only going to be up for a few more days. All right, so we will be taking it down in about, I think, 3 to 4 days max from the recording of this. So if I don't know when you're watching, if you're watching a replay of this, it may already be down. It's urgent. You need to go watch training 1 and training number 2. In training number 1, we share with you phase 1, which is where I share with you what you need to do to generate your first $100,000 on the internet by being a digital publisher. Phase number 2 is covered on training number 2, where I actually cover, I dissect a $500,000 business, a $500,000 case study that I'll show you how I built an entire business in 21 days. I went on to do $500,000 in 6 months. Now, the biggest difference between phase 1 and phase 2 is that in phase 2, you will build your own product, your own online digital product. Now, this isn't the same as a physical product, all right? You don't have absolutely any inventory. You don't have warehousing. You don't have to worry about a lot of the headaches, and you work on amazing margins. So we're going to help teach you how to build digital products that you can make available to just download, and you never, I mean, it's being sold all year round, all the time, 24/7, and you have no work to do for it. The next thing, like I said, is I'm going to go over 2 specific things. One I call the power of 1, all right? And this is a very powerful concept in the world of online marketing, especially in digital publishing, because it's going to share with you the final secret to getting to $1 million in sales with your digital product. And then, of course, the second thing I'm going to share with you there is what I call a rolling launch. And in that, I'm going to share with you my $3.2 million case study. I'm going to get into great detail. I'm going to show you timelines. I'm going to show you what to expect if you start tonight, if you start today. I'll share with you exactly what to expect. And then, of course, I'm going to share with you the 3 traffic sources. So as I go over my $3.2 million case study, I'll also reveal to you the 3 traffic sources that you really need in order to succeed. Last but not least, it is the final training of the Profit Workshop. We are closing down Profit Academy very soon. The countdown has started, only a few days left. You absolutely need to make a decision, so it's time for a decision. We'll talk a lot about that in a few minutes, and I'll help you reach this decision. Remember, it's a very, very qualified elite program, and you need to make sure that you're 100% ready to go. So for some of you watching, it might not be the right step, and that's okay. We'll help you reach that decision today. All right, so I need you to be prepared to make that decision and to make it today. Make that commitment to yourself. Listen, today is all about getting you to expand your mind, getting you to think bigger, getting you to see the possibilities of what's out there in the world. All right, making 7 figures with your own digital product is not impossible. It's not hard. It's a system. It's a 7-step system called the Circle of Profit, and you just need to follow it to the T. One of the things I'm finding a lot with our students is I want to tell them, guys, I know you have lots of questions. The deal is this. We've trained over 100,000 students. We know your questions. Believe me, we've been through them. Follow the system. Don't get lost in questions that aren't even relevant right now. That may not be relevant for 2, 3, 4 months. How about we address that when it gets to it? Why don't we cross that bridge when we get to that bridge? Right now, let's focus on what you need to do to get your first commission online, or what you need to do to get your first digital product up, okay? So today is a little bit more advanced. So for a lot of you who are already halfway there, already thinking about it, you're going to get a lot of value out of what I share today. last but not least, I have to tell you this. We are doing this live, so obviously sometimes errors happen, mistakes happen, PowerPoints don't work, buttons don't work, so be ready for that, and we'll swing right through it. We've done 2 of these already, and we've done brilliantly. We've done great. I've got a great crew here, so I do want to take a moment to thank everybody who's helped me put this entire production together to deliver this great training to you. All right, so we're going to kick right off. I'm going to walk over to my PowerPoint, and we are going to recap phase 1 and recap phase 2. We're going to do this quick. All right, so if this is the first time you've tuned into our workshop, I'm telling you, don't get lost. It's okay. Let me go through the recap. You'll have questions. After we're done with this session, go back to training 1 and 2. All your questions will be answered. And then, of course, at the very end of this presentation, I give you the URL where you can go and you can ask questions. We have live agents waiting to help you with whatever it is I'm teaching you. All right, give me 10 seconds. Let me move over to the PowerPoint, and let's get started. All right, and we're back. As you can tell, I've got my PowerPoint right here, ready to go. Recap of phase 1 and phase 2. We're going to start with phase 1, okay? The path, oops, that is incorrect. It's supposed to be the path to $100,000. Well, let's talk about what phase 1 is all about. Creating a business with no product or experience. Phase 1 is all about helping you get a fast start. You know what I found in the world of online marketing is that a lot of people go into this with a lot of doubts. You might be one of those. You might think, is this really real? Can I really do this? Well, we've crafted this program in such a way that we help you generate your first commission as soon as possible, as fast as possible, if for no other reason than to give you that belief that yes, indeed, it does work. Of course, then also, we want to help you be able to launch your business within 48 hours. Now, the Profit Academy training doesn't officially start for another few days, so obviously the 48-hour clock would start once we start the official training, but there's a lot of things already in there that some of you fast movers would be able to start moving with right away. And then, of course, easing into the world of online marketing. I just shared with you that this is the quickest and easiest way to get involved. And then beginning to build your authority status. Phase 1 will start getting you to a point where you become an authority in the world of online marketing. Not just online marketing, but in your specific niche. If you've chosen personal development, investment, internet marketing, dog training, knitting, doesn't matter. Whatever niche that is, we'll start making you into an authority very, very quickly. So how does phase 1 generate profits? Well, if you remember, and I'll share a diagram with you in a second, phase 1 is all about building an email list. It's all about building this one little page website, which we give you software that you can use, click, and you just get it done. You don't have to be a coder. You don't have to know HTML. You don't have to be an expert. You don't have to know any of that stuff, all right? But you begin to collect email addresses. Number 2, you build relationship through valuable content. So what we'll help you do is we'll give you templates. We'll show you example messages, and those are the messages you blast out to your email list. Now, you might be thinking, man, I'm not a writer. I don't know how to do all that. Great. You don't have to be. Neither am I. As a matter of fact, it's the only class I came close to failing in high school is writing. It's not, it's not my forte. Well, you don't have to be. I've gone on to sell close to $100 million worth of products on the internet using email mostly. All right? Recommend good information products to your audience, and that's where you generate commissions. Look, there's a ton of great products already out there. You don't have to have your own product to start making money on the internet. There are such great products out there that once you build that email database, you can actually recommend those products to people using an affiliate link and start generating anywhere from 50 to 75% commission. So if a product is $100, you could make $50 to $75 just for having sent traffic to it, and when someone buys, you get to profit. All right, last but not least, of course, you collect commission on your referred sales, and you rinse and repeat this process. This process has been used to generate millions of dollars, millions, okay? It's not even funny, I was going to say. It's a crazy amount of money. All right, so here's a diagram that phase 1 is all about, okay? In Circle of Profit, we teach you how to do phase 1 and phase 2. This is phase 1 summarized in one diagram. So traffic goes to your one-page website, which we help you create through a little easy technology. And then from there, it can either go to the thank you page, the person goes to the thank you page. So the person that actually fills in that form, puts their email address in, will be redirected to a new page. And the email address will be put into a database. Now you might be thinking, honey, that sounds like a lot of coding and technology. It isn't at all. We give you access to one of the best autoresponder companies that will do this for you, and you get 90 days with them for free. So you don't have to spend any money on this tool. And then they basically do it for you. So the email is automatically inserted into the database, and you can email them at any point you ever want. So here's a checklist of the key things you need for phase one. Number one, you need a profitable niche. Number two, you need an opt-in page. Again, profitable niche will help you get right to the bottom of that. We even hand you niches that you can start with if you don't want to go with anything of your own. Opt-in page will, again, give you great templates, great copy, great examples. We give you a system. You click a few buttons, type into a system, hit submit. You're off to the races. Your page is done. Number three, a great offer to promote, a good affiliate program. So what does that mean? Well, you've got to find great information products in your specific niche that not only are great content and great products that you feel good about promoting, but can also convert, right? If you send traffic to them, they should sell. And so we've also made an entire list of this and can hand them to you because these are a lot of programs that we have tested, we have used, and our students have tested and used. And of course, last but not least, you need to be able to broadcast emails because if you don't send emails to your new database of email addresses, you'll never generate traffic to anything, all right? Now, this is an example of what an opt-in page looks like. This is your one-page website. Why I'm showing this to you, this is one of the sites that I've used for many years. And the reason I want to show you this is because this is all it is. There is no fancy code, no fancy HTML. This is not a fancy page, right? There's one place right here for someone to put their email address in, and you're promising them something. I'm here promising a free video. That's it, all right? And when they go here, they put their email address in, they hit the submit button, boom, done. They actually land up next on this page right here. All right? So if you go back and think about it, I offered them a free video in order to give me their email address. Well, on the next page, I show them a free video. It's a great video. I love it. It's got beautiful content. It talks about law of attraction. It shares a lot of great details. And at the very end, the person behind this video makes an offer. He will basically offer your visitors a product for $47, $57, $77, $87, $97, whatever the dollar amount is, right? And I earn a commission every time someone buys. Now, for those of you wondering, on these kinds of pages, especially after the person actually went through an opt-in, so they, imagine how much more attentive that person is to you when they've come to this page first, put their email address in, and then gone to this page. Well, you'll see great conversions on this page. 3, 4, 5, 6% of the people. That means if you send 100 visitors, anywhere from 3 to 6 of them will purchase this program. That means you will generate commission on 3 to 6 of those. And that commission could be anywhere from $20 to $100. So you do the math. It starts to add up very quickly, which allows you to really expand what you're investing to get traffic to this page. That's brilliant. All right? Now, just to show you a live example of what I was able to generate when I did this, I, again, don't know if you can see it because it's small and you're seeing it on a tiny screen. Right now I'm seeing it on a big screen. But, guys, I did this for about 10 or 12 days once. Okay, I drove a bunch of traffic to that page I showed you, and I wanted to see what I would generate immediately. That meant no emails, no nothing. I just wanted to see if I invested a little bit of money into traffic to build my list, how much of that money would I recover instantly just by that one video on the thank you page. And what I actually learned on this example, was I recovered all my money. I was able to build an email list of about, I think it was about 7,000 or 8,000 people. I don't remember now. It was 7,000 or 8,000 people that I built an email list of. And I generated $8,800 in commissions for that. So that's incredible, right? But the most incredible thing about that is that my entire email list was free. So anything I invested in traffic, I recovered it instantly. That helps me scale my traffic and do whatever I want with that traffic. That's a really, really big thing because that basically means you're building your authority status, your email list, for free in any niche that you want. Now, does that always work? It does not always work, and you've got to play that by ear, okay? So income disclaimers are all over this. I have to put this out there, guys. Just because I'm able to generate $8,800 in 10, 12 days, build a list of 8,000 people, does not mean that I'm promising that you will do the same. I can never do that. I don't know you. I can never speak on behalf of you. It is a real business. There are ups and downs. There are times where things are great. There are tests you will do that won't work. We're here to coach and guide you. We're here to share our 12 years of experience with you. We're here to help make sure that the obstacles are far less than possible, than ever possible. But I'll never make a guarantee to you. All right, now with that out of the way, I want to talk to you about one of our most successful students, Tom Hitchens. And this guy was able to do so well on that one thank you page offer that he actually told me he was in profit on that offer. That meant it's like basically if he's investing in traffic, he's getting paid. He is getting paid to build a list. There is no better situation in the world to have someone else paying you to become an authority in a niche. Now, here's the cool part. Hang tight on this show for a little bit longer. Tom is here. He is in the studio, and I'm going to get him on for an interview with you where he's going to share with you exactly where he got his traffic from, how he got it, and how he was able to make the thank you page itself generate an income for him from day one. All right, and he's doing things very, very differently, and he's generating over $36,000 a month now using the Profit Academy system. So you want to hear what he has to say. All right. Now, of course, we've got another one of our students who I really want to share with you. He also started with phase 1 only. He did go on to phase 2, and bulk of that $4 million came from phase 2, but his first million came mostly from phase 1. Now, again, income disclaimer, this guy he worked diligently, he worked hard. His name is Ritaban C. Very good friend of mine now. Has actually become very close friends. I was just at his wedding. I flew all the way to India for it. And that's what happens with a lot of my students is, the ones that take action, the ones that are really aggressive, the ones that are really working hard. I start to work with them more personally. I become friends with them. They become part of my inner circle. And then I can do a lot more for them. Well, Ritaban was on track to making $300 a month in full-time income. He lives in India. That was going to be what he would make per month working full-time, maybe more than full-time. Well, in just a few years, he's gone on to make over $4 million accumulative. And by the way, a funny story with him I always talk about is his internet was so slow. It still is. We have this joke going on where my internet is super fast. If he can do it, anyone can do it. All right? Anyone can do it. And he is focused on phase 1. So he built up an email list. He's got over 61,000 leads right now in just one of the niches that he's in. And here, this is just one of his affiliate accounts using phase 1, okay? Imagine, he was going to be making $300 a month here in just one of the programs he promoted, $81,000 in 5 months. All profit, by the way. And that's what I really want you to understand here. When you build an email list, okay, as long as you are able to pay for whatever small investment traffic you put in the beginning, after that, it's free. All the traffic you send anywhere you send, it's always free. So you get to generate complete, full, 100% profit. All right, check out his PayPal account. And you can't see it because I blew it up. And, all right, so we're live. Hey, surprise. I messed up on one of the images. Doesn't matter. So now we're going to transition into phase 2. So before I do that, before I talk through what you're seeing on the screen here, phase 1. Traffic, which we'll show you. There's basically 3 or 4. There's really mostly 3 sources of traffic that I like my students to first focus on, okay? Take that to a one-page website. That's your opt-in page, okay? We show you how to build that. We show you great examples. We give you copy and paste. You get it up and running. You sign up with our autoresponder of choice. We'll get you 90 days for free in that service. And so far, you've spent no money, okay? Now, on traffic, you can get free traffic or you can invest a little bit of money getting that traffic. Trust me. The investment traffic is great. It helps you scale your business. And if you do it right and if you do it the way we teach, you can make most of that money back really quickly. Even if you don't make it back on the first day, maybe a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks down the road, if you do the system, you make it all back. And now that list is free for you for the rest of your life. And you can continue to generate profits from it. Okay, so traffic goes to an opt-in page, becomes part of your list. And then you find great products that you like. You endorse them. You send blasts to your list supporting them. That's it. That's phase 1, and we'll walk you through each piece. We'll hold your hands and walk you right through each piece. That is awesome, right? Now, let's move to phase 2, and the reason I'm moving on really quickly to phase 2 is because Ritaban went on to do a product launch. All right, he did a small product launch. This is one of his smaller ones. That's $407,000 in 3 weeks, okay? Because he followed our system. Now, he did the launch exactly how I'm going to show you how to do it. He followed our system to the T. One of the best things about Ritaban is he doesn't reinvent the wheel. He is a great student. That's what I want you to be. See, when you start your business, guys, a lot of times you're going to want to throw your own ideas in. What you're going to end up doing is making everything more complicated. Don't do that. Why are you making something complicated when we've already done it and tested it over thousands of students and are handing you a template to copy, paste, and follow? We're giving you a business on a platter, okay? I can't make any guarantees. I'm not ever going to say that, just do this and it'll 100% work. But don't you think we'll get you 98% there, 97% there? Don't you think we'll take away almost all the risk? And then if you do hit a problem, if you do have an issue, we're right here. The community is there waiting to support you and hold your hand through all of it. All right? So How do you make your first $100,000 using phase one? You focus on two main things. Continue to grow your list on a part-time daily basis. I'm not asking anybody to quit their day job. I'm not asking anybody to stop spending time with their family, their kids. None of that, guys. Part-time, maybe give me an hour a day to generate 300 visitors a day. 300 is a joke. All of my students are able to generate thousands. Guys, I've had days where I get 100,000 visitors in a day to some of my businesses. So 300, when you use just one of the three techniques we teach you, is not difficult to do at all. Then you begin broadcasting a daily email. At least 5 days a week is what I like to do. So 5 days out of 7, you'll take 20 minutes to write an email and blast that out to the database. And if you can do that, and you do it consistently, and you follow the template that we give you in Profit Academy, you will be able to start generating income, and that'll be the fastest way for you to be able to grow and generate your first $100,000 online. It's doable. It's been done over and over. Our students are doing it every single day. The only thing that stands between you and this is taking action and implementing a system that we're handing over to you. All right, phase two. All right, building a long-term business. So this is your true path to making your first $500,000. All right, now I will recap the story that I did on the second training. I'll do it when I go over to the whiteboard, because what you're going to laugh about is that there's not much difference between what you learn to get your first $500,000 and what you have to learn to get to your first million, all right, or above. So basically, I did a case study. I was given a challenge by one of my mentors to be able to create $500,000 in 6 months, or he said 12 months. I had 12 months to create $500,000, and the rules of the game were as follows. I had to build the whole product and have it up and running within 30 days or less. I couldn't build the product myself. I couldn't go into a niche with my name, so none of my credibility could come with me. And I had to go into a brand new niche that I had no experience in prior. That sounds pretty tough, right? And the person who gave me this challenge wrote it off. He said, "You can't do it." I said, "There is not a darn thing in this world that I can't do. I will do it." So I was able to set up an entire business in 21 days, okay? Now, mind you, guys, I am not saying that you'll be able to do this. I have years of experience, okay? So, okay, fine. Even if you take 3 times as long as me, okay? So you do it in 63 days. Is that, I mean, you waited your whole life for a new life. It's another 2 months invested. Going to be a big deal? Not at all. Even if you take 4 times the time as me, okay? So I was able to do it in 21 days. I didn't build the product myself. I didn't touch the product myself, all right? I basically use my outsourcing techniques that we share, teach, and train our students on and make you a master of, handed them to our students, and lo and behold, I had a full business, a full funnel, everything up, and then I used a very simple rolling launch technique to spread it out. I brought on very few people to help me with this. Again, not using my name. Nobody knew they were working with me. And before I knew it, in exactly 6 months, I generated just north of $500,000. So not only did I do it in less time that he gave me 30 days to build a product. I did it in 21, but he had given me 12 months to create the $500,000, and I did it in 6 months. All right. So I'm going to share that with you too. Basically, building phase 2 is all about building a long-term business. If you want to build a business that you can even pass down generations, you could give to your kids. This is what we're talking about in phase 2. Getting 100% free traffic, high quality, the best style of traffic that's out there. Phase 2 teaches you that, exactly that, all right? Now, you can't, this one source of traffic, you cannot get it unless you have your own digital product in the internet. That's why, one of the main reasons why I always say phase 2 is super critical to do, because one of the key forms of traffic we show you is not even available to you unless you have your own digital product online. And of course, we help you create your own information empire. That's going to be super important, because I don't want you to just make $500,000 or just make $1 million. I want you to go out and make millions. Guys, my business last year in 2014, simply selling information, nothing more, nothing physical, simply selling information, we did, all right, $10 million in sales. This year, we're looking at doing $20 million in sales. As a matter of fact, this year, I will have done more business in the first quarter, the first 3 months of the year, than I did in the entire year last year. There is a lot of scalability to the information business. You can truly build an empire if you want to. All right, one of the best things about the Profit Academy system is it can be molded as you wish. It can be molded into anything you want. So you can go on to make $100,000, be happy with that, never build your own product and say, this is good. You can make $200,000, $300,000 without ever making your own product. Or you can say, Anik, forget that. I want to go all in. I want to do this as big as I can. Well then, sky's the limit. It's up to you. All right? And then of course, focusing on lifetime customer value. So this is where we become real businessmen, all right? This is where I get into advanced stuff. I'm going to teach you how not to waste that traffic that you're getting. I'm going to teach you how to really continue to get more and more revenue out of that traffic. All right, so when it comes to digital products, now again, I'm not going to go through this in great detail right now. I did in training number 2. If you've missed it and you want to learn more about the different kinds of digital products, I highly, 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 highly advise that you go watch it before we take it down, because you'll have only a few days left. We will be taking it down. All right? There's written products. There are audio products. There are 2 types of video products. You can do a screen capture, which is basically like what you're seeing right now. You see a full-blown PowerPoint. You don't see me on the screen. That's an example of a screen capture. You could literally use your computer, nothing more, a $100 piece of software, and a $20 microphone from your local electronics store, and you could film an entire awesome course without ever showing your face on the camera. Or, like you're seeing right now, ta-da, face to camera. You can also do a product that's face to camera. Now, I'm pretty comfortable with the camera, as you can tell. See, I smile, I'm loose, I have a good time. I don't mind the camera. I've been doing this for a long time. Some people are scared of the camera. They don't like it. They get uncomfortable. They don't like the idea of being on camera. Okay, no problem. You don't have to be on camera. This is not a requirement at all of building an information business. So that's why I said the Profit Academy system is so beautiful, because it allows you to mold whatever it is you want to do. Okay, if you want to be on camera, great. If you want to build 100,000, great. If you want to build 2 million, great. That's what I love about this system, guys. It's a true business focused on the words financial freedom. Remember, financial freedom, but most people focus on the financial side. I like to focus on the freedom side. And when you have a business that can go with you around the world on your laptop, and you need nothing more than what you can carry in a book bag to run a multi-million-dollar empire, that's freedom. That's freedom. All right, the outline, 90% of the battle. Guys, one of the greatest things that we make you a master of inside the Profit Academy is we will teach you how to build a beautiful product. We will teach you how to do it without ever having known that you even built a product. How many of you right now are sitting there thinking, product, Anik, I don't know how to build a product. Did you ask me to write a whole product about something? That's crazy. I don't know anything. I'm not that good at stuff. Seriously? Trust me, 100,000 students, been there, done that, addressed these questions. What if I told you I can make you a foregone expert? Okay, I want to make you a leading expert in your industry. Leading expert, okay? And if you just focus on the outline using our system and just follow it step by step by step by step, and you never, ever have to worry about what you think you don't know. Believe me. All right, so this is where most people get stuck. You know, once you've done the outline, creating the actual product is like super easy. So where most people get stuck, we have a lot of automated processes we use to create the outline. And once the outline is done, it's really just pushing buttons from there. Because the outline not only will dictate the creation of your main passion product, which you'll be putting out there and selling, but it's also going to help you figure out exactly what needs to go in your bonuses. It's going to help you figure out exactly what needs to go for your funnel. What are going to be your upsells, your downsells, your cross-sells. All of that comes out of a one piece of paper outline that we show you, boom, boom, step by step, how to create. All right? Now, researching for ideas, I want you to write down this one website. I'm going to fast forward right to it. Guys, again, training number 2, if you haven't seen this yet, go to it. I share with you the #1 source you'll ever need to use to help you create the best outline for the best product, Amazon.com. That's it. If you can go to Amazon.com, I share with you exactly how to research what other people have done and how it's being received by the market. You could take the best of the best of the best and make sure you've covered all the greatest topics that your market is interested in, and you would know you've got a best-selling product before the product is even being made. All right, again, step by step using a very simple system. All right, product creation process. We went over this in great detail during workshop number 2. We go from research, which I just shared with you about. That's mostly about figuring out what are the pieces to the puzzle, what are the things you want to put in your product. From there, we'll move on to the hook. And the hook is really, why do I buy your product? Okay, so the hook is like, lose 21 pounds in 10 days. That's your hook, right? So someone will buy your product because they want to lose 21 pounds in 10 days. Train your dog how to fetch within 3 days or less. I mean, that's its own hook. So you've got to discover what hook is working in your market. Again, the best place to see that is to read the titles of books inside Amazon.com, and just sort it by popularity. The books that come up when you search for a keyword, sort it by highest number of reviews, and that'll show you what the market loves seeing the most. And boom, you got yourself. You can create a great hook like this. And if you still can't create one, guess what? Come to the community at Profit Academy. We'll help create one for you. All right. Number 3, outline. Told you 90% of the battle. We will focus on the outline. You guys, the research can take you less than half a day. The hook can take you about an hour. The outline will take you a couple of days. Okay? I want you to spend the most time on the outline, from which you will create your funnel and your bonuses that'll help you convert better when you start getting traffic. Now, media. You have to choose what type of product you're making, written, audio, or video. Okay? So that decision should take, what, 15 seconds? Once you've learned the benefits and the negatives each one, you can make that decision quickly. From there, you've got one decision. Are you going to build the product yourself, or are you going to outsource it? Now, I have a preference to outsource things, only when it's not my name attached to it. And when my name is attached to the product, I use a combination of the both of them. We'll share with you exactly how to do that. If you want to outsource it, we'll share with you exactly how to outsource it. You want to build it yourself? I'll give you access to all the tools I use, all the equipment I use. Guys, you can build your own sound studio in your house for about $20, maybe $50 if you need to buy some software for your computer. Today, most computers, if you're a Mac user, you've already got the best tool out there to help you do it. If you're a PC user, they've got great tools on there already, but you could also just go buy about $20, $30 software. For less than $50, you can set up your own professional audio recording studio that 10 years ago you would have been paying $1,000 an hour to use. That's how far we've come. That's really cool, right? Now, next is coming up with a timeline. And that's if I had to say the 2 pieces to the puzzle that are the most important when creating your own product, it's the outline and the timeline. Okay? Because the timeline, most people will drag their feet forever and ever and ever, and they find all the greatest excuses to not create the product. But if you have a good timeline, you will. And last but not least, production. Get that product done, and we'll share with you all the places where you can fast track, skip a lot of steps, and get right to it. And then, of course, I do want to share Nigel's story with you. Nigel, came to us, and he said, I know how to write a book. Right? Nigel's written some books in the past. Said, I don't understand anything about creating a digital product or a digital course. And he said, I don't really think I can do it. Well, he graduated our system, a true expert, and what he said was this. He said, the system is truly life-changing. You won't believe how simple it really is. That's what it is, guys. I want to make a believer out of you. Give me a chance to do it. Trust me, there's a product inside of you. We can pull it right out, and you won't even know. When you follow the assignments and the simple steps, you won't even know that that's what's happening. You will have no idea that that's what's happening. All right. Now, I never saw myself creating a product just a year ago. I couldn't ever imagine this. He says, I couldn't even make a dime on the internet, couldn't think about creating a product. You've seen him. Zane was on our first training workshop. He came in here. He was sitting here. We interviewed him. And he's building products left and right now. All right, this guy is doing screen capture videos. He's doing presentations just like this, where you can see he's got his voice there. English is not even his first language, all right? And he's doing amazing stuff. And I'm asking, I asked him, I said, a year ago, could you have seen yourself doing this? He said, Onyx, 6 months ago, I couldn't have seen myself doing this. I didn't think it was possible until I just said, you know what, I'm going to shut my brain off for a minute. I'm going to go through the system piece by piece by piece by piece by piece. And I'm not going to think about the bridge that's 2 months down the road. Stop thinking about that. Who cares? We'll get to it when we get to it. But right now, the instruction is to do this, and that's exactly what he did, and he's become a master at it. All right, so the side benefits of having an outline, I already shared that with you. You can create bonuses. You can create funnels. And then, speaking of funnels, guys, this is what a funnel looks like. Now, I'm going to go through this diagram with you in great detail in just a minute. I think it's coming up in literally a minute. But you see these little boxes here. This diagram represents your entire business. Okay, once we teach you to become a master of this, you are unstoppable. Today, one of the guests we're bringing up, actually both the guests we're bringing up, have absolutely made a killing on the internet with their digital empires and with their physical empires as well. Yeah, hint, hint. You can also use what we teach you to build amazing physical businesses, if that's what you choose to do. But they're doing it because of this concept. How to double your profits and sales from a customer before they've even reached the page where they take delivery of the product. So here the customer came and is like, all right, I'm going to buy the first product, I'm in. They go to the end, and before they even reach the end where they can download that product, they've already gone through and doubled the amount that they've invested with your company. All right? And I'll share with you that. I'll give you all the details, and we'll talk about how this makes such a big impact in your business. Again, if you want the details, you got to go back to training workshop number 2. All right. Now, starts at phase 1. Guys, remember, everything is about following a process. Our students for 90 days are told you got to follow the process. I do not want you jumping ahead to phase 2 unless you're already there. Unless you're coming at this at an intermediary level, you already feel like you're a certain way, you already have an email list, you've already been talking to them. But if you're just starting and you say, man, forget the 100,000, I want to go for the millions, and you dive right in and you go to phase 2, you are not going to make it. You aren't going to make it. Okay, 100,000 students, I've learned a lot. You got to follow the process. Phase 1, then phase 2. All right. Now, so to generate over 10 million in sales, okay, now I'm about to share a story with you of another one of our students who is in the building. He has officially arrived. My team just sent me a message here on the board, and they said he's here. This guy, okay, so I got to set the stage by first saying a good friend of mine. All right? I mean, before he became a student. I don't know if you've ever tried to teach something to someone who's a friend or a family member, but let me tell you, I would rather teach a stranger off the road any day, any time, any place. People who look at you as a friend, who don't look at you as an expert, even in my case, after having sold close to $100 million of products on the internet, I still get this very same problem with friends and family. So even though this guy was pushing back on me, he was able to take about 10% of the training that you're currently getting and turn it into millions. In 2015, he's going to go on to do over $10 million in sales. So I always like to say, he's bought his dream car now. He just moved into his dream home. We're still closest of buddies. I was just at his house recently. I was able to help him become a success despite the fact that he's my friend. That makes a big statement. Jimmy Kim has gone on and is continuing to grow in ridiculous ways. And what I want you to understand here is that there is nothing he knows or has that you don't. There's nothing holding you back from replicating this story. The only difference is you have more training, more community, more support than he ever had. Okay, he didn't have that. He didn't have such a structured program like Profit Academy. That didn't exist years ago. Okay, he only had me and the ability to ask me some questions and had to go figure out the rest of it himself. Now, again, I'm sharing really big numbers for you, and I need you to understand that in no way or shape am I saying that you are going to make that. Okay, it's all up to you guys. The system is there. It's proven. It's tested. We are here to support. We are here to coach. You've got to make the decision to take actual action. All right? Some will make a lot of money. Some will make some money. Some will make no money. It's going to be based not on us, though. It's based on you. That comes back to you. It's your responsibility. It's your business. We're only here to help you do it. We cannot do it for you. All right? So I want to show you some of these income shots from Jimmy just because I have fun doing it. Look, guys, right now he's got one of his accounts over 178,842 leads. That's just one of the niches he's in. Then you look at this, making $30,000 a day in one of his businesses, in one of his accounts. Okay? This is huge. All right, this is enormous. Now, I'm not saying that that's all profit. By the way, he's got expenses. He's got to pay for the traffic and everything. But you sure as hell bet your butt. That's a lot of that is profit. Now, his worst day here is 19 grand in this account. He's got other accounts too. His worst day here is 19 grand. His best day is 31. Would that make a difference in your life? Let me ask you something. Maybe let's just take worst case example. He's making 10% profit on that. I mean, he's not. Trust me. In a digital world, you make a lot more than that. Most of the money is profit, but let's just assume he is only making 10%. That's still $3,000 a month. I mean, a day, sorry, a day. $3,000 a day from one of his businesses. Now, I have a joke about his PayPal account because one day I saw his PayPal account and I said, what the heck is going on in here, man? What are you going to do with this? And he looks at me and goes, play money. And I said, I'm sorry, what? And he said, it's there. I like to test things and test traffic sources and maybe take a vacation or whatever, but I don't do much with it. And I thought, my God, You know, imagine a few years ago, this guy was working 18-hour days at a car dealership. And today he's sitting there lounging in his dream car, dream house, everything. All that happened within a few years. And now he's saying, 120 grand is, play money. I said, all right. And then I always joke with him. I say, hey, how's your small account doing? This is his small account. This is his phase 1 account, by the way. This is where he has, collects all of his affiliate revenue when he just promotes for other people. And you'll see, smallest month in November 2014, I believe it was $33,000. I mean, so sad. And then his best month was recently in February. He made $50,000. Guys, this is side money. This is pure profit, by the way. There is no expenses on that. That is pure profit. That's just from sending traffic from his email list to another person's offer. All things he's done in the last few years like this by following a simple system. If you want to do it, you absolutely can. There's nothing holding you back from it. All right? And then, of course, time for us to move to the whiteboard. Now, here's what we're going to do. All right? I'm going to do basically 3 things as fast and as quick as I possibly can. The first thing is I'm going to share with you that $500,000 secret again. Or not really a secret, the case study. All right? What I'm going to share with you is what it takes, right? I need you to understand math, numbers. Because one of the questions we really get is, can you do this? Can I really do this on it? Can I really do this? It's going to be so hard to get $500,000. Let me break it down for you to show you how simple it really can be if you stick to numbers and systems. Numbers, systems. That's it. Numbers, systems, numbers, systems. If you do nothing else, leave this profit workshop saying, Anik told me to stick to numbers and to systems. You do that, and that's exactly what I'm going to show you. And then what we're going to do is expand from there, and we're going to grow that $500,000 into $1 million. And I'm going to share with you the final secret that you need to be able to take your entire digital empire and make it up to $1 million. And then once we've covered the $1 million, I'm going to share with you what I did to reach 3.2 on one of my actual businesses that I launched in early 2013 and then haven't touched. I don't touch it. It's done. It's been there. It's been done. I don't even know how to log into it right now. If I needed to check sales for you live, I have no idea how to do it. I have to ask someone to basically tell me how it's doing. That's how hands-off it's been. All right, we're going to go over all of that on the whiteboard. So get ready. Get excited. I'll be right back in about 10 seconds. All right, we're back. I can see myself on the screen. Guys, I've got a plain whiteboard. This is time now. It is time to hit the ground running. Are you excited? Do you have something to take notes with? Take it out right now, please. I mean it. Take out whatever you can to write notes with. And we're going to get started right now. So let me get my head together here. All right. So in order for you to understand, we're going to go through some kind of math real quick. And I need you to master this math. Because once you understand this math, it's really easy to grow from there over to the next part. Okay? So we're going to go over what we call the 500K case study. Okay? And in this, what I want to share with you, and what I want to show you, is exactly what it takes and how simple it can be. So the first thing is I'm going to do, first things first, is I'm going to draw a quick funnel, all right? And I'll share with you the prices and the conversions and everything, and I basically remember exactly what it was. All right, we have another one. We have another one. And then they all go to done. All right. You're going to have to bear here with me in my not such great drawings, okay? So this is your main product, okay? This is your entry product. This is what I'm going to share with you on how to present to the market. So in my $500,000 case study, my main product was actually $47. Now, from there, if they bought that, I would show them my first upsell, upsell number 1. Now you might be wondering, Anik, what's an upsell? Again, go to training number 2. But upsell is basically an opportunity for someone to invest further capital with you, for them to upgrade their membership with you and to get a better, a bigger, more advanced product as well. Look, you've got them in the buying loop. This is when you're going to get the most sales from a customer. Again, imagine being at McDonald's. You say, I'll take a Big Mac. And they say, would you like fries with that? Had they not asked you, the chances of you adding the fries were very little. But because they ask you, you think, sure, why not, right? Then they say, sir, would you like a Coke to wash that down? And you think, okay, sure. Well, you know what you just did? You doubled the amount of money you were going to spend. If the Big Mac was $3, you just walked out spending $6, and in an instant, you didn't even realize it. And you, if anything, you feel better served. You think, wow, I got a more satisfying meal. I got burger, fries, Coke, good, right? That's exactly what we're doing online when it comes to digital information. So what you will find is as you walk people through this upsell 1, this is upsell 2, this is exactly what I've done in my funnels, and especially the one that has gone on to generate $500,000 that I was given a challenge for, is from 47 to the end. The number to know is I was able to get this person, sorry, I was blocking your view, to $90, from 47 to 90. So now, when I get a sale, instead of getting $47 on that sale, I'm actually getting $90 on that sale. Okay. Now, one of the greatest benefits of being in phase 2 is the incoming traffic, and this is where we really want to talk. Okay. Let's say you really want to build financial freedom, right? So you can choose to sit for hours and hours a day working on getting traffic. Or you could do it the way I do it, and that is I let other people get the traffic for me. Now, what does that mean? All right, so let me erase this. Let's just say, let's make an assumption, okay? We're going to make an assumption, and we're going to do this in a different color to make things easier. So let's say this is you, and absolutely no jokes about my drawing allowed. So let's say this is you, smiley face you. And let's say you have employed 3 ways of generating traffic to your site. Okay? 3 allows you to keep a comfortable life. You're not sitting there cramming away all the time and driving yourself insane. Well, let's say something happens. All right? God forbid, something happens to you. You get ill, you get sick, you come down with the cold, and you're not working for 3 days. What happens to your business? No sales, right? That's like being a contractor. If you build homes for a living and then you get sick and you don't show up to work, you aren't going to make any money that day. So little you is not so happy anymore, and now you're upset because you're not making any money. Well, what if you employ something called affiliates? That's what we're going to show you to become a master of, right? So you basically get other people just like you. There's a bunch of them. There's hundreds, if not thousands on the internet that you can use to do this. And all these guys are out there. They're basically in phase 1 of their business, and they're looking for great high-quality products to promote, right? So they're all sitting here, and all 3 of them use 3 sources of traffic, and they start sending you traffic. Now, why would they do that? They would do that because you offer them commission in return. Well, guess what? If you are out of the game one day, who cares? You've got a bunch of other people working for you. If you're sitting on the beach hanging out, chilling out, and having fun and enjoying a vacation, still got a bunch of people working for you. Now, you're not paying any money for that traffic. You're not risking anything. The deal is this. They'll send you traffic. For every time they get a sale, they'll make their 50% cut. So if I asked you, hey, every time I give you $1, you give me 50 cents back. Or every time I give you $10, give me 5 back. How many times would you do that transaction with me? You would do it all day long, infinite number of times. So that's exactly what this is. This is real life. It's happening. It's possible to do on the internet. Okay? So when I had to do this challenge, I sat down and thought, all right, what do I have to do? I thought, well, the first thing I need to do is get the product done. I've shared with you the fact that in 21 days, all I did was build the outline. That took me about 2-3 days to do. I handed it off to outsourcers using a very cool system that we share with you on how to do. And off to the races, all of them went creating great products for me. They built my entire funnel. 21 days, everything is up and running and ready to transact. Now the biggest challenge was got to get traffic. Well, I put it up on a network that's pre-existing. A network, by the way, that has thousands of these people in one place, thousands of them. And here's what I went on to do. Obviously, this is not my main business. My main business makes me millions of dollars. I wasn't even allowed to put my name on this. So I was not focused on it. It was like a side challenge. It was like we were at a bar having a couple of drinks, and somebody challenged me. Now, I'm on it. I don't like challenges. I take them, very seriously. How dare you challenge me? I will never, fail at a challenge. So here's what ended up happening. Okay, now this is where I need you to follow the math with me, and I already went over this math. I know I'm repeating myself right now. Hang tight with me because I need you to understand this before I grow to the $1 million so I can show you exactly what changes. Okay, so I decided, or I didn't really decide, this is what happened. Let me use a different color for this so that you can see it better. Remember, I told you most of these guys can generate 300 visitors or so a day like that very, very easily. Okay, so my challenge really was I had 12 months to create a $500,000. Now, I did it in 6, so I thought, you know what? I'm going to go out and find a few of these guys who can send me about, I don't know, 5,000 clicks in time, not at one time. So if someone were to send me 300 clicks, in 10 days they would have sent me 3,000, and in 20 days they would have sent me 6,000. 20 days. Now, if they spread that out over months, it's easy to send me 5,000 clicks. So I thought, all right, that's a fair, and I started to see that that was a great number for my affiliates. Now, if I were able to go out, and this is exactly what ended up happening, I got 12 guys who were ready. I probably reached out to at least about 20, and I'll share the exact system. Some of you might be thinking, Onik, how do I recruit affiliates? I'll prove it to you. I'll share it with you. When I scale to $1 million, we'll talk about that because we talk about a concept called the power of 1, and that's how you recruit affiliates. So I was able to generate 60,000 visitors in a fairly short time span. I did it in about 60 days, 60 or 70 days from having put this entire process up. Now, this page converts at 3%. So at 3%, what I essentially did was create 1,800, and I think I'm way below now, so you guys probably can't see me, so let me do this here. 1,800 sales of this product were generated. Now, I already told you, because of my double profits formula, every time I got a sale, it turned into a $90 sale. So right off the bat, I'm going to do math here because I actually don't remember the exact numbers, even though I've gone over them like 7, 8 times. So we do 90 times 90 times 1,800, $162,000. All right, so that's $162,000 already generated. Now, the next math to know, guys, is that traffic is actually not going to my sales page. It's actually going to my opt-in page first, then goes to the sales page. So at 50% conversion, at just 50% conversion, I've just built a list of 30,000 people. Now, I've shared with you before some very real math. Your list is worth at least $1 per month per lead in your list. Now, this number changes, okay? Some people are at 50 cents, some people are at $5. I'm at usually anywhere between $3 to $4 per month per name on my list. So this was worth at least $30,000 a month to me, and over the course of 6 months, I was able to generate $180,000 just by doing phase 1 and promoting other people's products to this brand new list I was building for free, thanks to all my buddies here that were sending me traffic. And by the way, they were making great money too, because they made half of that $162,000, and they were happy. They made a bunch of money, I made a bunch of money, and I built a list. It's all a win-win-win all around. Now, the last piece of the puzzle, guys, is what we call on the circle of profit my back-end multiplier. And that is where I've learned that at least 10% of your front-end customers will purchase a high-ticket product with you if you use the Profit Academy system and position it appropriately. That means if you're selling a product for about $1,000, which I was at the end of this, so what happens is, you see here, right, they're done. Well, 2 weeks after that, I will come back to them now that they've been my customer, they've gone through my product, they like me, they have a relationship with me, excuse me, and I will offer them a product, and I don't have room on my board anymore, but it'd be after the funnel for basically $1,000. You might be thinking, oh my God, that's crazy, $1,000, I can never sell anything for $1,000. Yes, it's easy. It's a copy-paste system. If you can follow it, you could do it. Okay? So 10% of 1,800 is 180. 180 times 1,000 is $180,000. Guys, if you do this math, what it totals out to actually is $522K. That's exactly what my case study was. Now, you might be wondering, Anik, you've told me this, so give me something new. Let's get into something new. Let's talk about the $1 million, okay? So I am going to erase this board, and we'll get to the $1 million. What's $1 million? So how do you get to $1 million? Okay, so $1 million is going to be a focus on right here. Okay, so firstly, let's do the $1 million the easy way. Just keep doing this for 6 more months. Okay, let's not be greedy. Let's not be like, I got to do this tomorrow. First of all, I got to tell you, and I have to do this disclaimer, right? I did this. I've been doing this for, at this time when I did this, I've been doing it for 11 years. I know what I'm doing. I got the things down. I built more products than I know what to do with. More digital information products in multiple niches. Got a system down. That's what I'm teaching you now. That's what I'm trying to get you involved with Profit Academy for. But that definitely means I have an unfair advantage. Okay? But let me ask you this. If I did it in 6 months, and let's say you did it in 18 months. Let's say it took you a year and a half to make $500,000. Is that still life-changing for you? Does that still make a difference in your life? Does that put you on the right path? It took me 18 months. When I first started, 18 months and I made that. Goose egg, zero, nothing, nada, zilch. And in 18 months, you could potentially, now that's if you go slow, that's if you give yourself all kinds of liberties to make mistakes, and if you don't use our community properly, but you could be looking at making $500,000 if you took 3 times the amount of time I took. So I not only took 6 months, but I put no focus or energy on this. It wasn't my main focus. I was just kind of playing around. Right? I could have probably done this in 1 or 2 months if I really put my energy on it. So I'm giving you the ability to be 10 times slower than what I've done and still generate that kind of income. How does that affect your life? You think about it. So if you just doubled this out, that would basically get you to $1 million. Now, how do you do it faster? All right. So I'm going to share with you a concept. And what I'll do is I'm going to actually first do the 3.2. I'm thinking through it right now. Let me first show you my $3.2 million case study, and then I'll backtrack and come back to the $1 million, and you'll kind of figure it out. So remember this, because when we talk about my $3.2 million case study, this, well, it wasn't the same product, by the way, but this process was the same. I did it in that one too, but it was just a piece of the puzzle. So there was like 3 pieces. This was the middle piece. And then the big bulk of the big money came on that 3rd piece. But I want to share all 3 pieces with you. I want to share with you what it takes to set all this up. Then I want to share with you what you do in the middle, which is here. And I'll break this down, by the way. I'll share with you how I got my first guy, this guy. How did I attract him without being able to use the name Anik Singhal? Why was that person interested? And in the process of sharing my $3.2 million case study, I will also share with you well, the 3 traffic sources that you need to focus on building your digital information empire. Now, I'm going to give myself another challenge because I like challenges, all right? Here's the deal. I don't think I'm going to be able to do this one, though. I'm going to give myself as much of a leading advantage as I can. I'm going to erase this whiteboard, and you're going to see a 10-second countdown that introduces my $3.2 million case study, all right? I've got about 10 seconds to erase it, and I'm going to try really hard, so that by the time you come back, it'll be like, ta-da, and it'll be a brand new one. All right? So we're going to start here in just a second. I'm going to wait to see the countdown start. And, oh, I got to go. I'm still erasing, aren't I? Hey, man, I got close. Ta-da. All right. I was like 5 seconds over, right? Okay. All right, what fun would we have? What fun would business be if we didn't laugh a little? All right, guys, so now we're going to talk about my $3.2 million case study, and from there, I'll backtrack, and you kind of already understand, oh, I get how to do $1 million. It's not that difficult, all right? So let me share with you the 3 boxes that when you're ready to build your digital information empire, everything is going to go into these 3 boxes, okay? The first box is right here. Well, and then obviously the second box is right here. And then we have the 3rd box. I know you can't see. I'll get out of your way. All right. So box number 1, 2, 3, and what comes out the other end is your digital information empire. Okay? So box number 1 was where I created my product plus my funnel. So this is really creation. It's a creation phase, okay? So this is when we're really focused on doing our outlines, getting the research done. Now, in this case, I wanted to come out with a product that I knew was going to be a long-term legacy of mine, so I put a lot of time and energy into it. I didn't build it in 21 days. I had my name on it. I really wanted it to do good things, get it out there properly. I went way above the Call of Duty on this one. Okay, so I could have spent half the time and energy on building the product and funnel and still done $3.2 million because the magic was really in the marketing. But it was a product I've dreamt of doing for a long time, so I put that extra time in. It's really up to you guys. You can absolutely, very realistically get a product done in 30 days or less. I took about 60 to do it. Okay, so this was 60 days to get the entire product and funnel done. During this time, I focused on my outsourcing, anything that was being outsourced. I focused on my outlines. Okay, I did some video filming. Again, remember, you don't have to do filming. You don't have to do video. I choose to do it because I like the camera. I enjoy teaching on the camera. I enjoy being able to do things like this. Absolutely not necessary to do this, okay? And then fourth was, of course, setup. I like to basically say that I got the business set up, okay? Very easy. Use some click technology to do it. Got it up so that the business could be up and ready to take money and actually transact. I built that funnel out so that people had the ability to buy my upsells and my downsells. I chose great upsells that I really liked. They were really easy to create. Again, the outline was the key for that. That helped me figure out exactly what I wanted to do. All right, once it was all set up and ready to go, I moved on to phase number 2, box number 2 here. And in this box, here is a big thing people forget when they're getting ready to put their information products out there, when they're publishing their products on the internet. They forget to test. I cannot tell you how critically important it is to test. Test. You got to make sure it's working, not just from a technology perspective. You got to make sure the numbers are working. You got to make sure it's converting. That's really important, right? So, guys, testing, super key. How do you test? What do you do? All right, let me assign some dates. I'm going to need that. All right, let me assign some dates and times to this. I just dropped it again. All right, so let me assign some dates and times, okay? So basically, 2013, I spent about January to Feb working on the product, okay? For testing purposes, I came in right around March and early April, okay? But by late April, I was really kind of done with the testing. And when it comes to testing, I want to draw another box right here. And this box sits in between, you know, the first two boxes. It's a really tiny thing. It takes about 2 weeks of the whole process. This is driving me nuts. All right, I'm just going to try this again, okay? Ready? You see? Putting it here. Ta-da. All right. So during this testing time, what you're going to want to do is you want to get some traffic in yourself. You're not ready for affiliates yet. You want to drive that traffic to your funnel so you can see what comes out the other end. How are things converting? So actually what I first do is I go and I purchase about $500 worth of email media, okay, something called a solo ad. Now, I've built an entire traffic exchange that you can utilize to do this. That's right. I've actually built one place where you have live proof that it's working. You can log in there and you can actually see what people have sold, how it's worked, what their ratings are before you ever look at investing even a penny. What's even better is if you were to invest $500, I totally just dropped that eraser again. If you were to invest $500, your money would actually be sitting with us, with me. It'd be sitting in an escrow account. It's totally protected. If someone tries to pull a fast one on you, there's no chance you lose that money. Isn't that awesome? So we've built a traffic network called Clickonomy. We're dang proud of it. We've had it in alpha now for almost 8 months. Okay, we are testing the heck out of it. It's ready to go live, and I'm actually giving free traffic to our students. If you join Profit Academy today, 20% of what you invest into it, I'll add to your traffic for free. If you invest $500 in, I'll give you $100 worth of traffic for free. If you do $1,000, I'll give you $200 worth of traffic for free. But I don't want you to get too crazy, because when we first just start, it's very important that you, start small and grow slow. All right, so you'll do your $500 test buy. You'll go into the site, you'll pick someone, they'll send out an email promotion to their list exactly as an affiliate would do, except they're just doing it where you're paying for the click. So for $500, you might be able to get about 600, 700, 500, 400, anywhere in that range. Everybody's prices are different, and you've got to test different levels and different ranges. But let's just say for the rough math, it's 500 clicks. Now, remember this. A lot of people freak out and they think, oh my God, I got to buy traffic. No. Guys, if you've built the funnel even 10% like the way we teach it to you, okay, if you just follow the model, what goes in, something's going to come out the other end. Okay, it might not be a beautiful funnel, but you'll recover at least most of the money that you put in from the beginning. That's important to know here, guys, because that's pretty critical, right? And that's a big part of it. So most of that will come right back to you. Now, this is traffic strategy number 1 that I love. It's super scalable, and we've got students making a ton of money using email media, or solo ads as we call it, and we've even built an entire platform for you to be able to do it. Now, after I start and keep testing that, I'm going to tweak and keep testing. Now, remember, that $500, 90% chance, 95% chance, most of that's coming right back to me right away because I'm not paying an affiliate. I'm making 100% of what I'm generating in my funnel. So I should be recovering most of that. I'll just keep reinvesting that $500 and tweaking my process will help you right through it when you guys get to that step. This step is at least 60 to 70 days out. All right, believe me, we'll be there. We'll be teaching you all kinds of cool stuff. All right, now that you've done with that, I like to go into Facebook. So at this point, you will follow our simple system to do the second form of traffic that I love, and that's Facebook. See, Facebook helps you get a lot more general traffic, a lot more traffic that's not, so targeted as email traffic. And that'll show you the numbers of what you're doing on traffic that's not as targeted. That's very important. And then last but not least, once you've got all that, you are going to deploy something called the power of 1. And this is going to be your third source of traffic. This is when you're going to go out to the network of people you know, and you are going to find your very first affiliate. They don't have to be the grand, huge hit. They don't have to be the big dogs. They have to be someone who can basically drive at least 5, 6, 7, 800 clicks to you, 1,000 clicks to you, and you will make them a deal. Okay, you will offer them, look, I'm willing to give you a guarantee that you will make at least $1 per click on your promotion as an affiliate. If you don't, I will give you the $1 per click. Now, that's a great deal, isn't it? First of all, you've been testing the heck out of your funnel. It's a safe deal to give. You know it's working. Secondly, don't forget, they make 50%. You're still making the other 50%. So your insurance policy is there all along. You can't lose money. And they're only sending you 5, 6, 7, 800 clicks, 1,000 clicks. Plus, you got that insurance policy. You're good. Plus, you've tested. Guys, I told you, we don't let our students take a whole bunch of risk. There's no point for that. We don't like our students to take a lot of risk, right? So, power of 1, you'll get that first guy. Now, a lot of you are thinking, what if I don't get that? I hear that all the time. You will. It's a system. It always works. It always works. And guess what? If you don't, we'll get one for you. Have you seen one of the bonuses that we have in the Profit Academy training system? We actually give you an affiliate exchange. There's actually going to be a part of our entire site where we let you connect with everybody else in the community, and we will personally help you recruit your first affiliate. From here, what you're going to do is, and this is that next box. This guy's going to promote. He's going to do great. He's going to come back with great results, and you're going to go to him and say, hey, Bill, did you enjoy that promotion? How was that? And he'll say, oh, man, it was great on it, great work, and good product, great conversions. I loved it, made some good money. Bill, could you recommend me to just 3 people that you know that would be able to do this? And he'll say, sure. I got the perfect 3 people. They're looking for something to promote. Now, you might be thinking, it doesn't work that way. This is exactly what I did in my $3.2 million case study, guys. Jan, Feb, I built the product. March, I spent most of the time buying ads and tweaking, and then running Facebook ads. That tail end of April, what I did was I got the power of 1. I had one person. I still remember who this person is. She's still one of my closest friends. And she was actually the person who I was buying my traffic from. She was the person who I was going and buying email clicks from. And then I happened to one day just tell her, I said, do you know that if you had been promoting me as an affiliate this whole time, you would have actually made $700 with your share. Instead, I paid you $500. And she thought, really? And I thought, yeah. I thought, it's cool, don't worry about it. I'll keep, buying ads if that's what you want, or you could start promoting as an affiliate. And she said, no, I'd love to promote as an affiliate if I'm going to make more money. She did. Ta-da, power of one. So I only had to buy ads from her once or twice. By the third time, she was promoting and giving me free traffic. Now I could take that 500 and spend it with somebody else, invest it in someone else, and do the same thing with them. Before I knew it, she was calling all her friends on my behalf. She was so happy with the promotion, she started to give it to other affiliates. And what I did is I let other affiliates who aren't the biggest guys, who aren't the biggest brands in the industry, I let them come on board and kind of time test my offer. And before I knew it, I started to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. People started to tell each other. It started to grow. That was when I declared my rolling launch. And this rolling launch took place starting about end of May, and it rolled all the way through the end of June. All right? So the difference here is basically once I knew I was converting, I decided to put together an official launch. And I went after everybody. I asked everybody in my network here, in the Grow Network, I said to all of them, guys, send me out. Let me meet people. Introduce me to people. Let me share the results you've had. I put together a page. I put all their results on there. And before I knew it, guys, I had people piling on to promote my launch. So I want you to take a quick mental picture of this because I'm going to move on now. I actually need my whiteboard eraser here. And I'm going to show you a graph. And what I'm going to show you in this graph is what my $3.2 million launch looked like. I have had this product up and running since, or processing revenue since, let's say, the serious time was May of 2013 till the last time I ran these numbers for you was December of 2014. It's currently still selling. It's a little embarrassing. I just have not gone in to do the math, okay? And in that time, what I want to share with you is that the first time I released this, let me erase this, you guys don't need it now. The first time I did it, so this May to June, okay, when I followed this process, which I'm not the only one that's done this, is I was able to generate $1 million. It was actually, if I remember, closer to 1.2. Okay? Now what's really cool is that I went on to do it again. Okay? I did it again in June of 2014. And in June of 2014, I generated another $1 million by doing another rolling launch. Okay? Actually, that one wasn't quite as much rolling because by that point I already had the network, I had the contacts, I didn't have any risk, I knew the funnel converted. I waited about 7-8 months from the first launch, and this time I declared a big bang launch. And I really put it out there for about 3 weeks, 2-3 weeks. It did another $1 million. Ouch. And in between, I remember in that 8-month window, the sales kept coming in. They were just coming in. And I did another $1 million in between with just having a product up there and not doing anything. I told you I can't even log into the thing right now. So what the graph looked like, let me erase this. I hope you guys took a picture of it. And if you didn't, the replay will be up, but it's only going to be up for a couple of days, guys, because we are almost done here. We will be closing the Profit Academy program very, very soon. So here's what mine looked like, okay? There was this static time that I didn't do much, that I was growing. I was simply building the product. Then suddenly I started to buy and invest in some traffic to test it, and I saw some sales start to come in. Then I did a little Facebook. So here, that's me doing email, and here's me doing Facebook and email. And now suddenly I had a point where I got the power of one. So my numbers kept going, right? And I started to attract. Now I got into my grow phase. Okay, I was starting to grow because I was getting more and more affiliates. So this was actually affiliates. So by this point, I've got email, I've got Facebook, and I've got affiliates. And then right here, I declared a rolling launch. So let's draw another line and let's show you what the actual firm launch looked like, okay? The launch looked more like this. Now, in a typical big bang product launch, it'll actually look like this. okay? And at the very end, it'll dive because you'll close it off. Well, I actually ended mine on a high note. So what ended up happening is even when the launch was done, so many people, I didn't close the product down. I kept the product available and open. This whiteboard is going to fall on me very soon. So I never closed the launch down. That was a big part of the whole thing. Well, what happened is instead of dying away like this one does, what it actually slowly did was it went like this, and then it kind of just got static. So I created longevity. Hey, I know my drawing sucks, and I know that I don't even know if you can see it. I've been getting kind of small here, and so, but follow along best you can. So I had all these little points here, okay? That was how I went on to generate $3.2 million, guys. Okay, now, have you figured out the million in there? The keys to doing a $1 million launch are doing a rolling launch that kicks off with the power of one. That's going to be the key. All right? So now that we've gone through all of that, guys, that is exactly what we want to share with you. That's exactly what we want to show you how to do inside the Profit Academy program. That's what this program is for. Now, I want to have a heart-to-heart with you about the Profit Academy program before I move on to the next section where we share more of the details with you. The program I'm asking you to join right now is a program I only want you to join if you're super dead serious. Guys, we have very few days left here. We're talking about the span of maybe 3 or 4 days left before this entire thing is done. Before the classes begin, enrollment is done. You are not allowed to get in after that. We will not keep the doors open. We will officially close, and we will stay closed for an indefinite period of time. Okay, probably most likely about a year, because I'm very serious about the students we bring in. So once those students get involved, they start working with us, we aren't going to work with other people until we're done with those students. So this is the moment to make a decision. Listen, everything in life begins with a decision. So if you want success, success will come by first making a decision, then taking action, and only then will you see results. Today, it's your opportunity to make a decision. We're almost done. We're closing up. All right, what's it going to be? Are you going to do it? Are you going to join? Are you going to change your life? Are you going to become a digital publisher? Are you going to build an information empire? That's your decision. Once you make that decision, today you need to take action. Today you need to go enroll. Today you need to join Profit Academy before it's too late, before we close our doors, before this opportunity speeds right past you. And then, once you're inside, it's time to take action on everything we teach you, we train you. It's time to become part of the community. And from there is when you'll start to see the results. I'm going to share with you one more time what is Profit Academy? What is part of the Profit Academy? And right now, what I want you to do me a favor. This is a favor for me, and it's really important for you. Look, I've trained hundreds of thousands of people. I've had actual 100,000 students. I mean, I've had millions of people on my email list, and I've learned a lot. And one of the things I've learned is that one of my roles as your teacher, as your mentor, as your coach, is to get you to make decisions. So today, before the end of this session, you're going to make a decision. Whether yes or no, you're going to make a decision. Close your eyes right now and accept my challenge. You don't have to send me an email. You don't have to type into a comment box. This is between you and you, okay? I can't even see what you're saying, but I trust you. It's the honor code here. I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to say, I accept, Anik. I accept your challenge. Today, before this show finishes, before this training finishes, I will make a decision. I will decide if I'm going to be in or if I'm not. And I'm going to decide if I want to change my life or if it's not the right time to do it right now. But either way, you will make a decision. That is what's key. All right? Give me 10 seconds. I'm going to get over to my PowerPoint slides, and I'm going to share with you for the last time ever what is involved in the Profit Academy program. You have your last few days now. The countdown is about to begin. Tomorrow there will officially be a countdown. If you're watching this live, by the time you're watching the replay, there will officially be a countdown timer. Now, some of the bonuses are going to start to disappear. A lot of the bonuses are going to start to disappear. That means today is the best day to make that decision and to gather as many of the bonuses and as much of the help and training and community and elements that we're giving you. But you got to make that decision today. The commitment you've made to me, and when you close your eyes, you accepted, was that today, yes or no? Guys, if you say no, it's not going to hurt my feelings. That's okay. I already told you this is not for everybody. We don't want you to join. I'm not trying to give you a hard pitch here. If you join and you're not ready, you're only going to bring the community down. We don't want that. You have to qualify to be a part of our Profit Academy community. Okay? 10 seconds. I should say 10 seconds. I'll be right back. And we're back. All right. Listen, let's talk about Profit Academy. The fastest way for you to get your hands held and the fastest way for you to start. And you are down to the wire here. It is time to make your decision because we are closing doors. We're real about that. We mean it. We won't be opening up for a long time to come. Time to make that decision, guys. All right. How can I help you start fast? Well, first of all, guys, over 12 years of experience, I'm about to compress into 90 days. 12 years of experience being compressed into 90 days. It took me 18 months to create this program. 18 months to create this program. That means for 18 months I've been in beta. I've been testing it. A lot of the students you've heard from, you're about to hear from, were a part of my beta program. They've gone on to create hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions. They're changing their lives. The program works. The system works. And I've really put the time in for it. I have every tool, training, community, resource you could possibly ever want and to possibly ever need to succeed at what we're doing. All right, and I mean that. And specifically, we have created a fast start program that allows you to create profits in days. Now, why do I do that? Look, even if you make $100 or $200 in the next 14 days, 20 days, I'll make a believer out of you. That's what I'm going to do here, okay? That's my biggest goal. So this is very, very important. Now, we've helped thousands of students, over 100,000 students I've helped. We have created story after story after story, success stories, left, right, and center. We know what we're doing. All right, Profit Academy is extremely exclusive, and it's been in beta testing forever. Guys, I want you to look at me and stop looking at the PowerPoint for a second. If you're not dead serious, and I have a slide about this, if you're not serious, we're very exclusive. We are not letting everybody in. We've already had people that have tried to join, and we've gone back and asked them not to. You've got to be very serious. If you really want to change your life, and if you're going to work hard, if you're going to join the community, go in there and expect a quick, rich scheme. You're going to complain, you're going to whine, you're going to be a negative person. We don't want you in the community. If you're serious and ready to change your life, we are welcoming you with open arms in our community. All right? My best students, this is the coolest part. You're going to meet two of my best students today. They're going to be here. They're here live. You'll see them. There are trainers now. There are coaches. There are profit mentors. They're in the system helping, training, teaching. That's how good they've become. Within months, they just joined us months ago, and now suddenly they've become experts. They've become the people pulling, calling the shots, and that's what's so cool. All right, why do I offer this help? I'm going to skip past this slide in the sense of, let me just pull it all up, and I'm going to share why with you, mano a mano, right now, you and I. Guys, when I started, 12 years ago, I didn't know what the heck I was doing. I really didn't. All I had on my side was what I could see other people doing and a little bit of ego and arrogance. And I failed after failed after failed. 18 months, I slogged away trying to make it happen, thinking I could do it on my own. 18 months, and I failed every time. I couldn't make a penny. I could not make $1 on the internet. 18 months I tried this. Finally, someone handed me a system, something that I was willing to open. I was so beat up, I was willing to open my eyes and listen. And I made my first $300. And I made that on the last night. It came down to the wire, 24 hours left to go. I was about to quit, and I made that the last night. Had I not made that $300 that night, I wouldn't be standing in front of you right now. I would never have been able to build a life of my dreams. So I'm very thankful for that person. I've thanked him many times. But he handed me something that was an actual official system, right? I don't want you to go through that. You don't need to go through that. I mean, if you want to, you're most welcome to. But I want to save you not just those 18 months, 12 years since then I've been fighting. I've almost died learning this program. I mean, at one point I went bankrupt. I lost everything. The whole program was dead. The whole system was dead, all because of me. It wasn't the program, it wasn't the system. I wasn't doing it. I had to learn that the hard way. I really paid the price for it. And today I'm here to save you from all of that. That's why I offer my help. Let me help you. Let me do it. When I first started, my arrogance, my ego, and everything else didn't let me invest in myself. I was full of excuses. I had excuse after excuse after excuse. I don't have the money. I don't have this. I don't need that. Can I really do it? This won't really work. What about the other programs? The bottom line is, this works. I'm here. I'm standing right in front of you. I have nothing but your best interest in my heart. So let me help. Only you can make that decision, right? Only you can make that decision, but that's why I do it. Over 100,000 students, and what I've learned is the following. Your chances of success are far, 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 far greater. I say that with a lot of energy because it is true. If you follow a system and let someone hold your hands. That makes sense, right? You want to learn to ride a bike? Someone helped you. You want to lose some weight? You get a trainer. You want to get really good at a sport? You get a coach. You want to learn? You get a teacher. You want to learn to drive? You get someone to teach you how to drive. You don't just watch someone, grab the keys, go put it in the car, and go racing down the freeway. You can't do that. You'll kill yourself. Why is it any different here? Why would it be any difference with your online business? It's not. It's not. So let me help. Let us help. Let us hold your hands. Let us show you the way. You don't have much time to make that decision. Now is the time to make that decision. You need step-by-step instructions. We've got it. No fluff. Only details. Straight to the point. Step by step. That's what I want to give you. That's why our students get results. Nice. Just training is not enough. Students need the team. Since we were born, we do everything as a team, from parenting to sports to school. We're trained to be in teams. We're trained to work together in a community. That word community is probably one of the most used words in our dictionary. Why is it any different? Why are you sitting at home trying to do this yourself when you don't have to? Right through that computer, you can be a part of the best community that's got proven results. I'm offering it to you. All right. Now, here's what you really need if you want to do this, and this is what Profit Academy offers you. First of all, world-class training, I should say, tested, proven, and step-by-step. Number 2, community and team. Your coaches, mentors, we call them profit mentors in our community, masterminding, networking, working together, all of that in one place. Number 3, the tools you need for success. Automation, done-for-you tools. All right, I'm talking about you want a database, an autoresponder, we'll give you 90 days for free. You want something that helps you build your opt-in pages? We'll do it for you. We'll give it to you. You don't even have to spend any money on that. After that, you ready to sell your products? You want something that creates your sales pages, your sales videos? We'll give you that too. We've created all the tools that you need. They're sitting here. Why would you try to go out and do it on your own? Why would you look for it on your own? You don't need to. You just don't need to. All right, here's how I can help you today. Here's how I can help you today. I've built a system called Profit Academy, and it's for someone just like you. Okay, look, you could be a complete beginner, just starting, with no idea. You might be sitting on this page wondering, how the heck did I get here? Doesn't matter. Are you serious? Do you have a burning passion in your belly right here? You feel the need for change? Doesn't matter if you have experience or not. We've built this system for you. All right? And, by the way, if you think you already know some stuff, if you're already out there making a little bit of money, I've got so much advanced training for you, it's going to knock your socks off. So unless you're making $10 million a year with your digital products the way I am, I've got something to share with you. I've got something to show you, something really powerful to show you. All right, I just want to walk you through real quick. I have fun doing this because I lose my voice and I run out of breath. Guys, 12 weeks of hand-holding. We'll give you assignments. Can I trick you into launching your business? Because I'll do that. I'll trick you into launching your business, one tiny assignment at a time. Profit Mentors full access, an autoresponder free, yours for 90 days. Take it, build with it, opt-in page builder. That means it builds your one-page websites. Videos, how to do everything step by step. The best affiliate programs, we found them for you. I'll give you open office hours so that you can actually communicate with our profit mentors and get help when you need it, how you need it. Now again, remember, this isn't a community. That means you are working with multiple people at the same time. That means there's a lot of people vying for that attention, and we try to make sure our profit mentors are true experts, so we don't go out and there hire 50 of them. We only hire those who are actually building their business. So always be patient with us, right? It'll take them a day or 2 or 3 days to get back to you with very specific questions, but we will work around the clock for that. I give you worldwide expert access. Do you know how many people I've had the privilege and the honor of knowing in my life now, having built the business that I have? I know the best experts when it comes to search engines, Google, Facebook, outsourcing, product building, consulting businesses, okay? How to build proper funnels, conversion, copywriting, video marketing. I can keep going. These people, some of these people aren't even accessible. They don't even teach. They're just experts that can be hired for $30,000, $40,000, $50,000. I bring them at your doorstep. Guys, we give you everything you need. All right, so number 1, the training, the full system, this is the only system of its kind. Let me tell you something. I've talked a lot about systems, right? There's only one other place I have found where you can actually go and get a full system that teaches you how to generate an income on the internet, that teaches you how to turn your passion, your information into a gold mine. Only one place that I have seen that, and that is in a franchise business. You can go right now and buy yourself a McDonald's, a 7-Eleven. You can buy yourselves, I don't know if you can invest in a Starbucks, but I'm sure you can. All these kinds of big companies, you can do that. Guys, they won't even talk to you for less than $100,000. And by the way, you're going to build a business that services a local area, and you're going to not only take a year to get going and make money, you're going to have a cap, a ceiling on that money. And that means, what's the point? You're going to spend all that money. I'm sure you'll make good money, but what if you could have a business that has no ceilings? Worldwide, open all the time. You don't have to go in at 9 a.m. to open the doors and unlock the door. You don't have to shut it down at 10 p.m. and go home all slogging tired. You can do whatever the heck you want. You can be sitting on a beach and the business is open and the computer is running it for you. That's a real dream. It really happens, and you don't have to spend $100,000 to start the franchise. Unless you have the $100,000 and want to. That's up to you. All right, next is people go to get an MBA, right? Harvard MBA, $120,000. People think if I get an MBA, I'll be a businessman, a real businessman, all right? Nice suit, tie like I am right now, I'd be a nice businessman. I didn't go to Harvard. Guys, I have friends that did, and they're great, and they're smart, but they spent 2 years of their lives, went to Harvard, came out, and asked for a job, and they got a job. And those jobs maybe pay them $100,000 a year, $150,000 a year, $200,000 a year. They work about 16 to 18-hour days. They are owned by another person, and they have a cap, a ceiling, and they spent money. So they just spent money in a franchise or an MBA. You spend money to limit how much you can make. That doesn't make sense to me. Here I'm asking you, how would you like to have a business that allows to fit your life, gets you the freedom part of that financial freedom, not just the financial. That comes, who cares? That comes, all right? We make money, but freedom, doing whatever you want. That's a real business, guys. So this training and full system, 12 years in the making, guys, everything from setting up your entire business, writing killer emails, time to get traffic. We teach you exactly how to get traffic, launching phase 2. So we'll talk to you about how to research niches, build your products, build your funnels, all the bonuses for your conversion, getting the products created, I already said that, creating your sales material, getting up and live, doing your $1 million live rolling launch, building for long term. This is all broken down into structured training where we also offer you a coach. This is pretty killer stuff, guys, all in one place. If you total up the video step-by-step training, our weekly training coaching webinars, our assignment base where I trick you into launching your business, one tiny assignment at a time, our live examples that you get to see us actually building a business as we build one, our instant profit system, which allows you to start generating a profit very, very quickly so that you can become a true believer. That's over $8,985 of value right there. I'm not even close to getting done yet. Number 2, community and mentors. Being part of a team, guys. How many times have you ever had the thought that said, if I could only ask this one question, if I could only ask this one question, I could move past this. Well, guess what? Ask away. You can ask your question because we built an entire community for it. Training alone is a waste. You need the hand-holding, and we're here to give it to you. We're here to give you the mentors that you need to succeed at that next level. Introducing our Profit Mentors. I love these guys. These are our students. These are individuals who've made it with us, have gone on to become huge successes, and they're coming back, and they're going to give back, and they're paying it forward by helping you out. I love them because they're coming back to help me, help you. These are real gems. These are the people that are going to help change your life, and that's awesome. So if you total up just the community part, full community forum, you can communicate with our Profit Mentors, our open office hours. That means you can actually get onto a webinar, maybe at 15, 20, 50, 30 of you at one time, and you have multiple Profit Mentors there, and you ask questions, and they answer them for you live. How cool is that? Well, we've actually spent the money, invested that capital, built the infrastructure to be able to do that. You get all the networking and mastermind facilitation and lifetime access to the community, by the way. Lifetime access. I'm not pulling the plug on you. You know, one of the questions we're getting a lot is people are saying, Anik, it's a 90-day program. What happens if it takes me more than 90 days? Nothing. We're still here. We're not going anywhere. Technically, yes, it's a 90-day program. But if you're taking action, you're succeeding, you really think I'm going to pull the plug on you? You really think I'm not going to be there to support you? We are still supporting students of ours from 18 months ago. Now, you got to be a good student. You got to take action. Don't come around every other week, ask us questions, and then don't implement it, and 2 weeks later have another one. You got to take action. The number one rule of being a good mentee is to do what you're taught and do what you're told. All right? We're not going anywhere, guys. Lifetime access to us. You can access the community from anywhere in the world, 24/7, the rest of your life. It's all good. All right. Now, number 3, full tools. Everything you need and automated technologies. Guys, I've already went through this with you. You want to build your VSLs. You want to build your opt-in pages. You want an autoresponder where it stores your leads. Come on, I've at least got $2,000 of value here. I don't even know, probably a lot more than that. So if you just look at everything, guys, that's over $20,000 in real value. Absolutely everything that you need to turn your passion into $1 million. Profit Academy is the one-stop resource. I have to ask you, what is still holding you back? This is the day to make your decision. You and I have that commitment. You accepted the terms of that. You said the challenge is on. You will make a decision today. I've given you everything you need to be able to succeed. And if today you don't make that decision, tomorrow will be no different than today. You will have done nothing to disturb the current process that you're in. I always say, if you want tomorrow to be different, do something today that's different than what you did yesterday. And if you don't, nothing will change. This is really important. All right? That's over $20,000. So you know what? You've got 90 days. Change your life. You've got 14 days from the day we start the training and a few days left from now. Right? A few days from now, we'll start the training. You can make your first profits. What's holding you back? Because if you don't enroll now, 14 days from now, we're going to have a bunch of students who will be making their first commissions. 90 days from now, we're going to have people building their information empires, and you're still going to be sitting right where you're sitting right now. You're going to want to get into Profit Academy later, and we're not going to be able to, we can't let you in. So right now is the time to make that decision. Opportunities don't come by all the time. Not this one, at least. All right? Samantha says, thanks to Onyx Profit Academy, I had one day where I did over $4,000. Amazing. Over $4,000 in a day. By the way, that was all profit, net profit, no expenses. I can't believe I quit my job finally. I have a list of over 10,000 subscribers, and it profits every day. That's from Ronnie. And guys, we get these all the time. All the time. All right? So it's fun. I love it. This is what makes my job so awesome. All right? This is what makes my job so awesome. When I get to shake hands with my students, and I see them at events, when we invite them into our office, I love meeting them and hearing their stories and seeing their eyes light up when they see what they've become. And when they think back to when they maybe thought about not making that decision, when they were sitting in your shoes and they were thinking, do I do it or do I not? They say they think back to that moment and their hearts fall to the bottom of their stomachs. They get this bad feeling and they think, man, what if I didn't do that? What if I made the decision not to? Don't be that person. If you're ready to put the time in, the effort in, the energy in, and get coached and get a system delivered to you, if you're ready to be a part of that community where we coach each other, where one another, everyone works together, then become a part of the community. Make that decision. Do it now. All right? And of course, are you serious? Dead serious. Please don't do it if you're not, because it's just going to bring everybody else down. All right? So let's not do that. You got to be ready. You got to know, Anik, I'm going to do the work. I know there's work involved. I got to do an hour or two a day. I know I'm going to hit obstacles. I'm going to stay positive. I'm going to have faith and trust in the system, and I'm going to push forward. Then we're ready for you. All right. Officially opening now. Limited time. The classes they've already begun. But we're not starting the official schedule of the live training until a few days from now. So you've got a few days to make that decision and join. Otherwise, it will be too late. And we're only looking for select students. We're not looking for everybody. Okay, we're really only looking for select students. You have to qualify to be in the community. I've already given you the terms. It's up to you now. You tell me if you fit or you don't. And then, of course, we're going to be open for a very limited time. We have a few days left, and we will be done, and it won't be open anymore for anyone to be a part of. So here's what I did. I brought the team together. We argued for weeks, by the way, about what should be the investment required to join Profit Academy. I am offering you all of this. I've got to pay everybody for it, right? I've got to invest a lot of money into this. So how much do I charge back? Now, if I want to profit, the experts all came back and told me, look, Anik, a franchise or an MBA costs $100,000, and it comes with glass ceilings. It comes with money that you can't make more than a certain amount, right? So not only training, but we're giving you the community, the tools, and everything. Plus, we're not giving you a glass ceiling. So experts said, Anik, if you really want to make money at this, you're going to have to charge at least $19,997. I mean, that's going to allow you to do whatever you want in the world. with them. That'll allow you to scale. It'll allow you to bring on tons of profit mentors, and and it'll be very profitable for you. They said to me, it'll be super profitable. I thought, yeah, you're right. And I gave it some good thought. Then I really sat down and thought about it. I said, man, when I was first starting, I didn't have $20,000. That was yeah, I can help a lot of people at $20,000, but I'm probably going to be helping people that don't really need the help that bad. I want to help the people that really need it. I want to make this information more accessible. So I demanded that we do better. And I went to my team and said, no, I'm not, let's make it so it's more accessible. And so what we actually came up with was we said, okay, what about $9,997 a year? Now, that means they have to invest in it for a year. We expected our students to probably want to be a part of our program for at least 2-3 years. I mean, by then, you've either made it and you've graduated to our higher level programs, or you've not. I would hope you wouldn't stay around. So we thought, okay, we could split that $20,000 up, and we split it up into 2 different years, and we'll be all right. And that was kind of what we thought. All right, we'll put it out there, and we'll bring in a certain small number of students, and we should be fine. Then it's not 21 days. Now it's been about, it was from the time I'm talking to you, like 28 days, 29 days ago. Now I woke up one morning right before I was getting ready to start this Profit Workshop series, and I thought, man, something's wrong here. If I publicly go out there and I'm going to talk about $9,997 a year, I'm not really making much of a statement. I mean, I'm not saying the right thing. I'm still mostly only helping those who don't need the help, and I thought, well, what can I do? So I really went back, and without ever really asking anyone, I started to crunch numbers, okay? I crunched a lot of numbers. So this is where we were sitting, and I thought, okay, what I need to do is figure out how to move things around, call in favors, get costs down, and do whatever I can. But I was so stuck on still wanting to make a big profit. I wanted to make I'm a businessman, right? At the end of the day, obviously, I also sell information. This is my information. This is my information empire that I'm building right in front of you. And so I thought, I want to make a profit. So I was able to get that $9,997 down to like $4,997 a year. And my profit margin started to get really slim, but I was still profiting. And I thought, all right, well, that's okay. Then I thought, what if I was willing to get my margin down even more? So I went to $3,997, and now I know I can already see my operational team and my business team and everybody starting to get a little uneasy and thinking, no, we're not really making it worth our time. So I told them something that I laugh now, because I said, guys, what if we get rid of profit, right? Let's just think for a second here, okay? You go out, you succeed, you start doing well, you start sending me your stories, your testimonials, your case studies. I use that in my marketing, right? I'm a marketer in the end of the day. I know how to market. I need your stories. So your success is my success. I'm invested in your success. I need you to succeed. So I told them, I said, guys, here's the deal. Okay, we'll charge them $2,997 a year, and we won't make a lick of money in the first year, and we can make it in the second year, all right? And what's going to also happen, is if we do well by our students, they'll buy our other programs. They'll get our advanced training. So obviously this was not a favorite idea in the company, but I pulled the plug. I'm the guy that runs the show. I said, nope, I'm going to do this. I want to make a statement in the industry. We got to be the #1 place people come to build their digital publishing businesses. We want to be the online publishing place that people come to learn how to really make a difference in their life and in the lives of the world. We're going to charge $2,997 a year. Then I had a really interesting idea. So I don't make any profit in the first year on this. Well, very little, if anything at all. I'll have to really be good about my numbers. But I was going to stand to make profit like the second year. Then I thought, if I'm not making much profit right now anyways, what if I just got rid of the year? I just got rid of it. Well, then you're thinking, Anik, that is getting too good to be true. Where are you going to make your money? Well, here's the deal, guys. You're going to invest $2,997 today. You are either, by a year from now, going to be in a program that's more advanced and you will have graduated to the next level and succeeded, or I hope you won't continue on, right? So it doesn't make any sense. The second year, if my true profits lie in graduating you, having you make money and pay me for more advanced training using the money that you made, well, then I should just get rid of the per year and put you into more advanced programs. And I'll make my money there. But I'll get a great story out of you. I got a great case study. And what I told my team is I said, well, take that case study, and maybe next year We'll charge 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 10,000. We'll be able to charge more. We'll be able to make a profit while having great marketing and helping tons of people at the same time who need it, right? So we got rid of the year, and now it's available for just one-time payment of $2,997. And my favorite part is we broke it down for you to make it even easier. Today you can start for as little as just $797. You can do a payment plan. It's a 4-payment plan. Today you make your first payment. You make 3 more subsequently. $797. You could start right now for just $797. So let me ask you, for those of you who think, where do I get the money? Look around you right now. I bet you find at least 10 things around you that are more than $797. And when you needed those things, you went and found a way to make it happen, right? See, Bob Proctor, my mentor, has taught me one thing. He said, when people say they don't have the money, it's because they don't want it. It's because they have not made the decision to get it. See, when we decide to do something, we find the way to do it. Look around you again. Seriously, look away from the computer monitor right now and look around you. Maybe the computer you're sitting on. Everything in your life. There are so many things in your life that are more that you couldn't afford. But let me ask you something. Can you afford to pass this up if you're ready to become a digital publisher? If you're fully committed? If you're ready for a new life? Can you afford to pass this up? That's my question to you. Because that's not an excuse. Okay? If you make a decision, it'll happen.